Welcome, my lovey. I am joined today by the fantastic Jennifer Bloome, who is here to discuss abundance heartbreak, which is when you long for something for so long and you don't have it, and it just breaks your dang heart. So, JB, tell me more, please.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, abundance carries a lot of different areas, right? We can talk about abundance in the area of money, in the area of health, in the area of relationships, in the area of time, right? And so I think that in general, while a lot of us have many of the things that we want, sometimes we have this one thing. It
Yeah.
just doesn't matter what you've tried, what remedy you've tried to pull from the ethers. You feel like you're just knocking your head against the wall over and over and over again. And in my experience with myself and with my clients, what I notice is we tend to make it about us. Like
Oh,
there's
yes.
some, right? Like it isn't anything other than I am the mistake in the universe, or whatever your flavor
Right.
of woe is, right? And I say that tongue in cheek because that's anyway. So
We all have our favorite flavor,
we
right?
always have we all have our favorite flavor, and the heartbreak is real.
Yes.
It creates this wound that starts to color other things, and we can get really involved in it and overwhelmed by it. And a lot of the if you're going to follow law of attraction or any sort of universal energy policy, it's all about, oh well, just reach for what you want, reach for what you want, reach for what you want. And there's a lot of wisdom actually in that space of heartbreak.
And
And
and let me offer, just to interject, like it is about getting your energy to match and being prepared to have the thing and all of this. And yet some things remain elusive when we feel that we're doing all of the things of for mindset work, for getting our soul straight, and spiritually being ready to welcome. And it runs deep
it,
because yeah, these are things you really want, whether it's a change in your relationship or some sort of a success to happen.
exactly, it does run very deep. And the thing that is so amazing about this space, pardon my critter behind me, I told him he couldn't create chaos if he was going to be in here, but I guess we're going to create chaos, so he'll just lend some energy.
It's adorable chaos.
So of course, you caused me to lose my train of thought here.
Oh, sorry.
So we tend to we want to be in alignment, right? We want to be prepared. We want those things. And the thing is that heartbreak space is actually full of wisdom for helping us get there. But we tend to want to push that pain away and
Right.
focus on the creating the structure and the the energy. And we get afraid of those painful places because we're afraid they're going to drag us down, or they're not going to allow us to move forward, right? But there's
100%. Well, and we
so much
seek
wisdom
pleasure.
there. Yeah,
We want the joy. We
we
don't want to sit in the pain.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And so that the heartbreak space doesn't mean that you have to like sit and really feel how hard it has been, but you get to treat it like a piece of wisdom, like almost a part of you, a part. So I really see it as this is an area. It matters so much that this is the way that your soul is getting your attention, like knocking on the
Oh,
door, saying, you know what, we're wouldn't it be really amazing if you could believe that much more in yourself, to know that much more that you're divinity, to know that much more that you are wise, to know that much more that you are enough simply because you exist, not because you have to do anything else. So
right.
if we take this, if there's pain in this one area, you're going to figure it out. This is something that's so important to you that you're going to do no matter what to figure it out. And so,
Right.
right, and so that's where the real wisdom lies in this space.
Oh, that's gorgeous. And also to know that it's a timing issue and that you deserve it. It's difficult when we want something with a great desire and we do not have that situation upon us yet, that it's very easy to get that conflicted into, am I worth it?
Right. Right. We take our little human minds and we go, oh, I wonder what all of this means. Right. Or
Right.
I know what all of this means. Right. There's that problem that's within us as opposed to, okay, there's a bigger picture here that we,
Right.
right. And that when we see that bigger picture, not only is that thing that we're longing for that much closer, but there is more joy. There is more delight in the moment. Right.
Yes, exactly. And it's also about being present and honestly naming the pain or the discomfort and being aware of it. And I just came across something that said that if you are self-aware and you are, naming the situation you're in, being aware of it, that is a form of meditation. I never thought about that before,
Oh, that's interesting.
right? And
Yeah.
and so then that adds a layer of curiosity,
Yeah.
which is imperative because we don't know all the answers. That's ego. That's ego saying, I got you, boo. I got you. You're fine. I got you. Well, okay, yeah, we can deal with whatever life throws at us or it will kill us. And it's still kind of floundering.
Yeah.
There's an element of that.
Absolutely. And I really like that idea of curiosity.
Mhm.
Right? Because it's easy to get weighed down by
Right.
whatever experience you're having. And when you come at it from that space of curiosity, and then when you pair that curiosity with connection, right? Connection to God, goddess, divine, universe, nature,
Right.
whatever it is, right? That's your definition of that which is bigger than us. What an amazing space that is, and what
Right.
potential lies in that space. So all of a
Yes.
sudden, right, you go from this place of terrible longing and heartache into, oh, what could
Yeah.
be.
Exactly. Exactly. And I liken that to like microscoping in and telescoping out.
Interesting. Yeah.
And we're really good at microscoping in, and then when we pull back and we see the trajectory of our lives and the actual experiences over time, then the momentum we have is delicious.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's so easy to not pay attention to that because okay, great, well, we have this now, so let's move forward. Well, hang on, what about celebrating where you are?
Yeah. Or the flip of it, right? I don't have this, and so I'm locked into that moment instead
Right.
of being able to pull back and look at the momentum that really is growing and gathering.
So, what would your advice be to a client when they're like, "Look, this is what I'm doing. I'm doing the journaling. I'm doing the meditating. I am, actually taking the actions on a daily basis, to move this forward, and it is not coming together. How do I need to shake this up, or what do I need to do? Because we're Americans and we are pragmatic, and we want to do the thing that fixes it."
We do, and therein lies a bit of the trap. However, there are actual steps to take. So the very first thing that I do with people is to actually sit down and to personify, if you will, this space of the heartbreak, and imagine it as if it were a wisdom that you could talk to. And you get to ask a very simple question, which is, what am I believing about myself because this isn't here?
And that is a question I would offer my clients to keep asking, because you're going to peel layers of that onion, layer after layer after layer, and you're not going to get to what is really what is the underpinning, what is the foundation of the actual conflict,
Exactly. And I
until
think
you
it's,
ask a bunch
yeah,
of times.
yeah, and I think that too, pairing that with some sort of a body-based tool, whether it's I like non-dominant handwriting as a, because we get in our minds and we're in those patterns, right? So whether it's non-dominant handwriting, whether it's connecting in and doing asking the question and then meditating, or doing something like EFT, which is right where you can tap and you can talk,
Right.
you can write anything to get out of the, okay, what is my head telling me? Because the head is what's gotten us into trouble, right? So
Right.
take that question and pair it with some sort of activity that bypasses that beautiful, logical, or not so logical thinking mind that we all have.
Right. Well, because I love the non-dominant handwriting as a tool because it will take you out of your mind going ahead of what you are expressing, journaling, sharing, and force you to just be in the mechanics of how does this hand make an F? you know?
Well, right. Yeah. I mean, it allows you to connect directly with your wisdom. And so the information that comes through is really fascinating at that point. So, yeah, it's a good tool.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing about this. And like, what is your, obviously, people can get in touch with you to help work through these kinds of heartbreaks and, try to, I wouldn't say disassemble and reassemble, but to find a way through what is the structure of your subconscious or your reality that is preventing this from coming together.
Correct. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. So again, it's awareness, and when we see something, then we can do something about it. Right.
Oh, that is gorgeous. I love it. Thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it. And I look forward to doing this again with you.
Yes. Thank you for the conversation. We all appreciate it. All three of us.
Yes.